Well, the modifieds are on center stage. The fans rise to their feet at the Madhouse. These are the drivers that live by the grace of God and 600 horsepower. The modifieds are green. The 100-lapper is underway.
Danny Bone with that great run to the outside to take the lead away from the real deal, Riley Neal. Andrew O'Hara with a good run to the inside to get the third spot, but contact there. I think Junior Snow got into the back of him, and they accordion a little bit further back. Brandon Ward ends up stuck on the outside, and John Holloman's going to get some positions out of it.
Now we've got a crash. Burt Myers, your points leader, is spun. Myers in the dirt, in the grass in turn number 2. Damage to the left rear of that car. Burt Myers has a left rear flat. He will have to go behind the field house. Your points leader with sparks underneath his car.
He does not go into pit road yet. The biggest question now, yes, we see the flat tire on the left rear, but what kind of suspension damage does he have or not have? You see the front nerf bar kicked in a little bit, that
bumper
radiator
is pushed
opening.
in. Drama unfolding in the Sportsman. Drama now unfolding lap 7 in the modifieds. Let's look at the replay here, and you see Burt Myers right there. The stack up caused Moffitt and Myers. Whoa.
Tim Brown, I believe, got into Drew Moffitt because Drew Moffitt got back into Tim Brown under yellow right before he went down into pit road.
Danny Bone first to the loud pedal. This 07 tucks in behind him, and now on the outside is the Snowman. Hara on the inside. Oh, the Snowman gets a wheel put into him. Saves the car somehow down to the backstretch. No big damage. Holloman now the 7 goes for the crazy drift in the turn. Now gets it to Tim Brown. Recovering that car nicely.
So here's a look at the replay, and he just got in there a little bit too hot. Too much momentum on corner entry. Tried to check up. Lost the rear end. Spun himself out. Easily explained yellow flag here. So
yes, it is.
As they go back to green flag racing, everybody through the grass, and Riley Neal got a whole bunch of the beach and turn forward and not get a good start. He'll lose the position to Brandon Ward and to Tim Brown. He'll go back to 5th.
Battle for the
lead. Car stuck in the infield, though. Brian Robertson is stopped right by the front straightaway, and that brings out the call 811 before you did yellow flag.
Green flag clenched in hand, ready to unfurl for the 600 horsepower modified. Side by side, dancing into the south turn goes Bone. Holloman fighting for life on the outside. Here he goes, efforting his way. The hard charge on the outside is on. Fans are on their feet.
Whether or not that car will have this kind of grip at the end of the race in the high line, I don't know, but Holloman has been the one driver more so than anyone else in this field so far tonight that's made the outside work. Trying to lock down second, Brandon Ward, defending track champion, to his inside, and Tim Brown very quietly all of a sudden up into the 5th position, and Mike Spini on the doorstep of Vans Challenge territory, 2 to the outside of Tim Brown. He goes. It would be 5th he gets if he can take the position. Bone and Ward door to door. That's one of the best restarts anybody on that outside has had up to this point in the race.
Wow.
Ward going to try and roll the momentum high and clear Bone down low and take the race lead and go back to the point. It's the defending track champion. Good drive off the corner. He'll pull right in front of Bone, who gives him the bumper in the middle of the corner, but Ward hangs on. New leader, Brandon Ward. Here you see Burt Myers trying to gain spots. Snow, we just talked about. Lee Jeffries, the other Fans Challenge driver. Hara now pinned up on the outside, part of the freight train, as he and Junior Snow get into it, and Lee Jeffries spins to the inside of the racetrack and brings out the call 811 before you did caution on lap 53. A little bit further back.
A little bit of trouble there. Bryant Robertson just moved up with a little bit of trouble on that car into the number 14 of Trey Hutchins, and those cars are spun in turn number 1 and turn number 2. Well, the yellow is out already right here because of the contact earlier, and then you see that 72 just goes straight. Green flag back out. Brandon Ward goes first. Will they allow it? So far, clean and green they go. The battle is on for 3rd position. Holloman gets it from the outside over Danny Bone. Shuts the door on the number 57. Further on back, the 83. On the bottom of the real deal, Riley Neal. The 07. Side by side. for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th position right now at Bowman Gray Stadium.
So the restart holds. Tim Brown's had an issue getting caught up amongst some of the beach and the kitty litter to the inside of the concrete throughout this race. He got into it on a restart, lost some track position, hasn't been able to quite get the drive off
look
that
at Burt.
he needs as Burt Myers goes to his outside. That would be for, I believe, the 6th position if Myers can make the pass. But Brown's car not quite getting off on corner exit the way he needs to.
Oh, he shuts the door.
Myers almost got turned by Mike Speedy.
My gosh, the two giants of the madhouse are side by side. The fans are on their feet. And boy, we almost had a catastrophe for Myers. We almost had a catastrophe for Speedy. A little bit of contact and more contact. Jeffries gets into it with the number 8 of Andrew Hara. Jeffries not happy, slams him back, now spins him, coming off of turn number 4.
Call 811 before you dig. Caution flag is out with 25 laps to go.
Drama unfolding. The 6 car got into the 75. The 75 got him back. Then they got together again. Andrew Hara not very happy, but neither was Lee Jeffries.
That felt a little bit sort of leg bone is connected to the thigh bone and thigh bone's connected to the knee bone, sort of another accordion, as it were. So we'll keep an eye on those two as we get a look at the replay here and see what happened. There's the contact in the middle of the corner.
Well, there was contact before that earlier on the back straightaway. Let's keep fans in mind, but that was the retaliatory contact right there from Lee Jeffries. Right now, we'll be restarting this race at lap 89. This could be the final restart. First to the loud pedal is Brandon Ward, filing to the bottom as the showstopper. Now side by side for 2nd position. Bone versus Holloman. Behind that, it's 83, Tim Brown filing in for 5th.
Burt Myers trying to make up moves on the outside there to try and get a spot in the top 5, but it's still Ward, Fleming, Bone, Holloman, Brown, and Burt Myers with the move there to try and clear Riley Neal to get the spot. He should be able to do it here into 3, but Neal with one last gas on the bottom to try and maintain track position alongside one of the greatest to do it in the modifieds at Bowman Gray. On the rear bumper of Brandon Ward, they work the lap traffic of Brian Robertson, and that caused issues for Holloman, who got into Robertson, and that brings out the call 811 before you dig. Caution flag once again. It is Ward who slipped a little bit, but got away enough. Opens up a gap of about 2 car lengths into the south turn as Ward controls this field, coming to lap 98 of 100.
Brandon Ward has control. That car is hooked up from center off on the bottom. Now single file they go with 2 laps to go.
Brandon Ward taking advantage of all the clean track and getting himself all the space he needs. Coming to the white flag here, Brandon Ward in control at Bowman Gray.
One more trip around the famed quarter mile. Last year, he ended up on the infield grass as the champion. Tonight, he ends up in victory lane, win number 4 on the season for Brandon Ward.